What it is, y'all? It's Maul here from the Gym Therapy Pod, and on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the difference between technical analysis and fundamental analysis. So let's start with technical analysis and break down exactly what that is. So technical analysis is basically utilizing different instruments when it comes to planning out or looking at or evaluating a stock or an investment decision. Now, I'm not going to go over every single instrument that you can utilize when going about technical analysis, but I will name a few. So if you ever hear people talking about doing charts, that is a form of technical analysis, like you looking at that chart and seeing the trend in said chart. So if you have a particular investment and you see like a trend of that chart going up, obviously that means that investment is doing pretty well. People are buying it. It's typically in the green, but obviously if you see that trend line going down the opposite way, that means it's not, that investment is not doing so well, or it's in the red. So one way of doing technical analysis is charting. Another way is utilizing or looking at volume. And so volume of an investment is basically how many people or how many institutions are actually putting their money inside the said investment, which correlates with that chart. So if you see, like, let's say the volume, let's say tomorrow's Tuesday, or let's say on Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day during the trading hours during the week, let's say you see 40 million on one day, then you see 90 million on another day, and then you see 100 million on another day, and like the average out is about, like, let's say 60 to 75 million. You can utilize that volume to say, okay, on average, this particular investment is getting a lot of volume, a lot of traffic, which is making the stock either go up or go down, because a lot of people could be buying that stock, or a lot of people could be selling that stock. So another way utilizing technical analysis is using volume. The third one, or the final one that I'll mention here, is plotting. That's probably the best way to say it. So you have a lot of different ways you can plot on a chart to be very technical, to determine like, hey, this is what I want to buy, when I want to buy it, at what price. But plotting on a chart to kind of see this thing, different levels, which you have like a floor or you have a support line, which we'll get into in later videos during Technical Tuesdays, will also aid you in being able to make different decisions or investment decisions, like, hey, this trend line or the support level is 50 bucks. And once the chart shows me that the stock is declining and it hits that 50, I'm going to wait to see if it goes below that 50, because if it does go below that 50, then that means it's kind of going in a downward trend. So it may kind of free fall, or is it going to go to that 50 support line and bounce off and go up? Well, those are just three ways, but again, it's a plethora of ways in which you can do that. There is a book out there that I've read that is a very, very, very good book. It's about 600 pages, but again, it's very technical. So it can low-key be kind of boring if you really don't enjoy the type of stuff, very technical things and want to keep things simple. But it's just called Technical Analysis by John J. Murphy. Again, it's an amazing read. Highly recommend if you're into things that are very technical and very just detail oriented. It's an amazing book, an amazing read. So I recommend getting that if you want to learn more about technical analysis. But yeah, those are three different, strategies or a different tool that you can use, or that people will use when they're investing, utilizing technical analysis. Now let's discuss fundamental analysis, which is very simple. So fundamental analysis is literally utilizing different fundamental strategies in order to make an investment decision. So for example, let's say there's news out there about a company which is affecting its bottom line or affecting its stock price. Or let's say the company is reporting earnings and in this year they're doing extremely well in Q1 on revenue, on growth, on retaining consumers, all across the board. Their projections are well. Let's say that a company is dropping a new product. They have let's say Apple, they always drop an iPhone or AirPods, or any company that has like a tangible product and they're, releasing that, or is coming out in a few months. So anything that's like fundamentally sound is how you can utilize fundamental analysis. It's not technical, obviously, like technical analysis where you're utilizing different instruments to be able to make your decision. You're just solely going off of what's out there, right? What's the word on the street, basically. And you can use that to be able to invoke or to help you make a better investment decision when you're looking at companies, right? Because it can be very simple. To close, I will say this. Both analysis options can be used in tandem, and they both are great options to use when making an investment decision. It all just depends on the type of person you are. If you like to look at things from an analytical standpoint and you like to be technical with everything that you do, then technical analysis is probably better for you to utilize. But you can also utilize fundamental analysis while you're doing technical analysis, vice versa. I think the best option is to be able to understand both on a level that is best for you and to utilize both as much. But just understand and know that you have two options to be able to help you with your investment decisions. So I'm going to end it here. And as always, we're dropping content every single day, every single week. So you already know, like, comment, share, tap in with us. I'll see y'all next week on Technical Tuesdays. Appreciate y'all.